What's happening? What's going on, everybody who rode in an ambulance car? What's going on with y'all? What is going on? What up, though? What up, though? I already know what you're thinking. No, what's going on with you, my good sir? Because we ain't seen you, we ain't heard from you in about 3 weeks. But see, look, what had happened was... Listen, homegirl been moving and shaking and baking, even in her sleep. We working, toiling, stewarding, building, grinding, boots on the dog on me ground is what's been going on. 'Cause I'm telling you, it's been so much shit. Homegirl done changed jobs, addresses, done took the dreads out, you know what I'm saying? She got the little skip on the top of the head, you know what I'm saying? She got the little skip. And yeah, we back at it again. I said I got to come back. I mean, who creates a podcast and don't listen? No shade, but I said no, she's not gonna do it. She's not gonna create something and not finish it because we're gonna keep going, babes. We're gonna keep going. We gonna go. And so, with that being said, welcome to your girls' Eyam Queen Podcast. This one goes out to you too. Shout out to you. I truly appreciate your love and support. Like, share, and subscribe to your girls' channel. Hit that notification bell. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's for free. Hit the like button. Share, tell a neighbor. We trying to stay locked in the algorithm, y'all. We trying to stay locked in the algorithm. And like I always say, this the place where spirituality meets practicality. Okay? Where self-love and healing and manifestation and all that good mix. It all matters. Okay? Where you can sage your whole damn house. Go into a deep prayer, meditation, and still have time for a doggone nap. Shout out to y'all for the nappers of the world because we ain't getting no sleep over here. We working. Team no sleep. Team we building. Team we up all night. Whoa, we up all night. Because, child, listen, baby. So today's episode gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be half a rant and half the episode because I wanted to talk about some things that I feel like many of y'all can relate to, especially when life feels like it's just shifting. You know, your whole foundation just feels like what's that game where you throw them what is it? Those pieces in a cup and you shake it around. I forgot the name of that game. If you know, put it down in the comment section. But yeah, when life's just shifting out of nowhere. And I thought today will be a great title to talk about. Hold on. When life gives you new beginnings that you did not ask for, applications that you did not put in for, when you woke up one day and was like, damn, you know, life is just out of there. Like, you can't even call it no more. When you realize you're entering in a completely unasked, different season. And that is what is called the new beginnings, okay? That should be a whole title right there. Because I'm telling you, that's where she currently at. You know, you wake up one day, you at a job, you ain't there no more. You thought you had edges, they gone. You thought you was in a relationship, that don't exist. Like, you thought your clothes fit, all of a sudden they don't. Or they may do. they overly fit, but yeah, either way, you had a new beginning where you got to make some difficult choices. And yeah, that's what I thought I wanted to talk about today. So, you know, life sometimes puts you in positions where you have to just begin again. You just got to start. And it's not necessarily you're starting over, but it may feel like you're starting over, or it may feel like, damn, I done went through this shit again. Why am I here? What is this all for? Because I know I've asked myself that many times. And in hindsight, I'd be like, oh, that's okay. I see how this all makes sense. I know for me, I'm at a new job. I'm rebranding, rebuilding. I'm going back to school, starting a new business. Well, I mean, I have business, but I'm continuing a business. I'm continuing my business, but building my brand off my business. I think I probably said that backwards, but y'all follow me. This is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Just start jibber jabbering. Rebuilding your finances, stepping out on faith, and simply trying to figure out who the hell you are in this new version of life that you did not ask for. And or maybe you have asked for it, because sometimes you could put a manifestation out there, a prayer out there, and you'd have forgot about it, and it's been so long, and then all of a sudden when shit start changing, you're like, wait a minute, where I'm at? And it can be very scary because you cannot call it. Like, you just don't know what all entails. It's like being dropped off in the desert, and one part of your mind, you're trying to figure out, okay, I know I'm in the desert, but where do I go from here? And then the other part of your mind, you're trying to survive while also trying to wrap your mind around where you are. Beginnings are very interesting. Beginnings are very interesting. As beautiful as they are, they can be dark and scary as all our hells. But tonight we're going to talk about them. New chapter, new seasons, new me, as y'all love to put on New Year's resolutions. But let's get into what actually comes with a new season. And like I said, it can be scary as hell. Fatality. Because you're trying to learn something new in unscaled territories. Like you don't know where your feet is. You don't know where you are. You don't know where your feet is about to plant. You don't know. It's like being in the Vietnam jungles and you just don't know what's all out here, what lies ahead. No shade to no tea, no shade. But I'm just saying, it's like the jungles. Like, you just don't know what all entails for this new territory. And if you're somebody who likes to know what's coming next, like me, because I'm a big Capricorn now, I'm trying to get my control issues underway. Like, God is working on me so much so that I just got to throw up my hands and just be like, have your way. Because I can't call it at this point. I don't know what's coming before me. I know what's behind me, and I didn't really necessarily like where I was. But now where I'm at, I'm like, have your way. Because at this point, I don't know what's going on. And that level of uncertainty make you question everything that you've experienced, everything where you are. And certainly it makes you question where your feet about to plant, because starting over just sounds like everything before this was nothing. Everything you've experienced is just like no longer exists, and it's like you don't have time to really look back and see how far you came and because a lot of spiritualists, they're gratitude, and I'm gonna be honest, it's very hard to have gratitude because you're so busy going, especially when you're in survival mode. When you're able to rest and be at peace, and that's I'm gonna get into why that's important to surrender, but when you are constantly trying to figure out where your next foot to land, and hopefully it don't land on a damn landmine, it could just feel like nothing you've done ever mattered. and it sucks. And so, you know, I used to tell my students all the time, you know, like, you have to give yourself moments to where you find gratitude. Although it's hard, it's difficult, but you have to find moments to have compassion and grace for yourself where you are, because you could be scared and still have grace for yourself. You still got to hold space for yourself, especially when you may not have nobody to be there to reassure you that you're going to be okay. And everything that I've experienced has taught me something valuable. That is what I can say. Everything that I've ever learned has always taught me something, and it always prepared me for something greater than I could have ever imagined. I believe that in this season where I'm at, so much was thrown at me all at once, because the blessings that's getting ready to unfold in my life is going to be so big that I have to be able and be prepared mentally, emotionally, even I would even go as far as say physically, to ensure that I'm able to hold the weight that comes with it. Because where there is blessings, there are lessons, and those lessons come with weights. So you got to make sure that you are flexing your muscles, putting your muscles into work while it is preparing you for the next season and the next phase of your life. But I'm going to keep going. Every mistake has taught me something. Every closed door has taught me something. Every denial, every rejection, every setback has taught me something. So I no longer look at life like it's all or nothing. You know, I'm understanding that where you are at life, it does not have to be like a total loss, because it's not a wash. If your walk away is something, then you've gained a lot. Believe it or not, you've gained a lot in that space, in that moment in time. And so today we're going to talk about what it really looks like to trust in yourself when life puts you in the washer and in the dryer and spit you out. When life gives you an opportunity again and you can't even foresee that it's an opportunity. So grab your tea, grab your journal, grab your, grab your hair, and let's get comfortable, because baby, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into this wonderful thing called beginnings. So again, where I'm at right now, I'm at the beginning stage of my life. Like I said, she done changed jobs, change locations, changed her hair, done change. I'm considering going back to school. It's a lot. And like I said, starting over can be very scary because you can't call it. And there is, and also a lot of people may not admit this, but you can get scared of the success. You can get scared of the things, the blessings, the very things that you have prayed for and that you've waited for, but you don't know what all entails with the things that you have put so much effort and time and energy into. And that can be scary. And so we always saying that we starting from zero, but are we really starting from zero? Are we really starting from the ground up? It may feel like it because everything you've done prior may not feel like it matters, but it does matter, as I've stated. I've had conversation with clients, with, students that I have worked with in my life, like just people that I have crossed in my path, and nobody really likes a beginning. Nobody likes starting at 1, because again, it's like, damn, how much shit I'm gonna go through. Dang, I done thugged it out then. I done thugged it out in my childhood. I done thugged it out as a young adult. I done thugged it out. Like, damn, how much? But life is all about cycles. Life is all about cycles, because everything that you go through, you're gonna grow from if you allow yourself to kind of consider it that way. And it took a lot of maturing and a lot of discipline and a lot of objective thinking outside of my own conditioning to believe like, okay, this is for me. It's not just happening to me. And it requires you to outgrow victim mentality beliefs, because it could get difficult when you're stuck there. You can get depressed. You can feel like it's a wash, like nothing is ever going to go right. And I have experienced that. I'm telling you, starting over can make you feel like shit if we gonna keep it a bean. It can make you feel the lowest of low, especially when you comparing and contrasting your life to other people, and you seeing how far Nuck and Cheeto done came, and you still stuck running the good old race, and you like, damn, Nuck and Cheeto, they don't even like people. Like, they don't even do right by people. But Nuck and Cheeto, they doing so well in life, and you like, damn, maybe I gotta be just as terrible and tacky. No shade to Nuck. No shade. But I'm just saying, like, it can feel like that. It can, especially when you feel like you are a somewhat decent person. You just like, damn, dog, I can't catch a break. Especially if you are a chosen one. If you know, you goddamn know what I'm talking about. If you are a chosen one, I'm telling you, chosen ones get it the worst. We get it the worst. Those of us that have anointing over our lives, those of us that know it, I suggest, should nobody have a complaint in their spirit when you sitting with a chosen one. Because I'm telling you, we go through hell. We go through hell and back. Cycles. Get over here. Cycles. If you are a chosen one, put that down in the chat. If you bold enough and you brave enough, put it down. Because I want to give you a round of applause for you standing today. You woke up 10 toes on the ground and was like, I'm finna thug this thing out. Is it, it's either I'm gonna go home to my maker or I'm gonna thug this thing out, because baby, I'm telling you. But one thing I can say, well, a couple of things I can say, that when you feel like you're starting at the beginning, and again, to reiterate, it's not a wash, and you're bringing so many things with you. Not only are you bringing your experiences, but you develop your wisdom. You're bringing your discernment. You're bringing the mistakes that taught you what not to do and who not to be. You're bringing skills you didn't have years ago. And hopefully you're bringing your common sense, because if it ain't developed, keep on saying good morning. That's all I'm going to say. Not everybody got common sense, because common sense ain't too common, but that's all right. We're going to pray for our brothers and sisters that don't have common sense moving forward. So I challenge you to not just look at where you are, if you are at the beginning state or phase of your life, to look at it from a different perspective. Yes, you're starting over, but you are being wiser. One, I can say that everything that life has taught me, I have pulled from those different things that I mentioned earlier. I have pulled from my mistakes. I have pulled from my experiences. I've pulled from everything that I have ever experienced in life. I have pulled from it, and it has built me for where I'm currently at now and where I'm headed. And that's why I say it's like being in the gym. Or maybe, just being, when I got into weight training, y'all should have seen my knees. My knees just brittle, just shaking like God, But I love it. I love weight training because it has taught me discipline. It has taught me how powerful the body is, how powerful your mind is. It's mind over matter. You gotta push it. And you gotta push it, and then you gotta push it past your own limit, push it past your potential. I've gotten with my weights, when I get comfortable with weights, I get bigger weights, because okay, if I've mastered 12 pounds, let me go 15. If I done went 15, let me go 20. If I done went 20, let me go 25. Right now I'm pushing about 30 pounds. 30 pounds. 30 pounds. Let me tell you, for a fluffy woman, it ain't easy. I don't know about y'all. Those of y'all been weight training since 95. Kudos to y'all. But I'm telling you, it is not easy. It is not. And I'm grateful that I am still thugging it and I'm still with it, because it has really developed my mind and developed my discipline and my hunger and my drive. And I put it and I incorporate it into my life in a way where, I try to incorporate in all aspects of my life. Because when you are weight training, when you pick that thing up, it got to go back down. And it can't just slip on your foot, because if it slips and it fall on your foot or you hurt yourself, you're out of there. So, you might as well thug it out. Let's talk about beginnings that feel very uncomfortable. Can we normalize admitting that new beginnings are just simply terrified? Everybody loves talking about the glow up, but nobody likes to talk about the awkward gray area, the little hallway of your old life and your new life, where your brain hasn't fully wrapped around all the like your brain hasn't caught up to where you're unfolding to where you once was. And that is a weird, tricky space to be in, because you don't have all the answers, but you feel like that growth, you feel it. For me, I like to go in hermit mode. Homegirl will hurry up and go dig a hole in the ground for myself. Not because I don't want to be bothered, but because I know I'm in a transformative season in my life, and I want to make sure that I'm being very intentional with my choices, because it's a vulnerable state to be in. It's like a seed being placed in the ground. You don't want to dig up the dirt too soon, because you see a little stems. You want to make sure that you're getting all the nutrients that the darkness offer. When you are in your most vulnerable state, I know everybody may not be like that. Everybody's different. But for me, I go into hermit mode because it's teaching me something. I'm developing under the surface. And, when you're done with your old chapter, but the new chapter hasn't fully developed yet, it can get weird. I'm telling you, it can get weird. For instance, like, you might have old feelings, old triggers that resurface, and you're like, what the hell? I thought I healed this. Like, new experiences trigger old experiences within you, and you like, what's going on? Or you have people that may reach out to you, and you're like, wait, what's going on? Like, you just confused, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and that space can make you question everything. That level of uncertainty, you like, okay, what am I know I'm here now, but what's going on? Because I can't call it. You start asking yourself, did you make the right decision? What's going to happen next? And what's going to happen next is the greatest fear of it all. I don't know what to call it. Am I capable of doing this? This is when you start to have maybe what is it called? Imposter syndrome, where you have prayed and waded in the water and put your efforts and energy towards something great, and then by the time you start to see it coming into fruition, you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm capable of doing this. And then you start to ask yourself, did I fuck everything up? Am I a fuck up? Am I so much of a fuck up that I can't even hold this? So meanwhile, life is like, or the universe or God or whatever your beliefs are, it's like, girl, if you don't just move, like, just get your shit and get to going. And this is why I would normally tell my my clients that will be going through, beginnings, like, especially if they're like at a crossroads or they have to make a decision that could affect their life. I'm like, well, you don't want the universe or God to make a choice for you, because I'm telling you, it's going to be earth shattering. You know, those of us that understand tarot or use it as a tool, there's a little card in that deck called Tower Moments. And Tower Moments, you don't want a Tower Moment, because Tower Moments you can't. This is when your life gets earth shattering and the foundation crack and you like, what the hell? What is going on? So you don't even see it's like rocks, brimstone, everything falling down. You don't see the staircase, you don't see the door, you don't see the windows. You just see earth shattering falling everywhere, and you like, oh my gosh, I gotta take cover. And sometimes you just you want to stand still and you don't really want to do anything because you are afraid to make the wrong choice. But it's okay. This is the moment where you have to understand that you're being given a gift. You're being given an opportunity to really trust in yourself like never before. When I was diagnosed with cancer, sidebar, homegirl went through a lot of shit in her life that you're going to hear off this podcast. So I hope that it affects and it really heals people. Anywho, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I will never forget that day that the doctor called me and told me my diagnosis. And I nearly wanted to drop the coffee on the floor. I was drinking coffee on the couch, and mind you, this is like right not too far. I was in the recovery of having COVID, where I nearly lost my life. I can't make this shit up. I nearly lost my life. I was on the ventilator after having my emergency baby. I had my baby. I was pregnant at the time, and I was on the ventilator for about a week and a half. I don't know. It could have been a week and a half or 2 weeks or something like that. And fast forward, and I'll get into that another day. I done went through some shit, I'm telling you. And months prior, I learned that I had cancer. And so I was like, what? Like, I just couldn't. I was just numb. I couldn't understand, like, why is this happening? And then I thought about it, and I sat with it, and I thought to myself, like, you either gonna allow yourself to self-deprecate, feel bad, you're going to feel small and unsure of yourself. And I hope I said that word right, self-deprecate. I hope that's right and not the other word. But if I didn't know, well, y'all, if you know, you know what I'm saying. But you either gonna rip yourself a new one or you gonna come out swinging. And so I said, you know what? Whatever happens. I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna take it in stride. And I was petrified. I was so petrified. But it was something in me that snapped, and it made me feel like, you got this. You've never experienced this before, but somehow I knew that I got this. I knew that I was going to be okay. No matter whatever the outcome is, no matter what. And I mean, don't get me wrong. She's an uncertainty queen. There have been moments where I have just not been 100%, 50%, 20%. But it was something in me that unlocked that said, I refuse to allow myself to drown and to get lost in my disappointment, in my pain. And I just simply said, I'm going to alchemize it. I am going to, if I can't control nothing else within my body, I'm going to control this. And so that's something that lesson I took with me, and I took it in stride, and it helped me with my recovery. It helped me with me being cancer free. How long ago was that? I want to say, let's see, had my son in 21. But about 5 years. 5 years cancer free. And I'm grateful for that lesson, because it just taught me that I don't have to know everything. I don't need to know everything. You know, I don't have to feel like a kindergartner going into class feeling like I need to know calculus. Like, what I do know is my faith is strong. My spirit is strong. And the God that dwells in me made me this way. So I gotta stick to the course, even though I don't know what all lies ahead. And that really has helped me to ease my anxiety, because the dark times that I've had, and no matter how scared I was, no matter what, I just always told myself that, why not you? Why not you? You was made for this. You too hard. You too solid. That's why I call myself a thug. Not for reasons that one would think like, oh, I've been out there and got my street car. Like, no. But I'm saying it because I went through so much shit in my life that I'm just super hard. Like, I'm super solid, because no matter what life throws my way, I'm like Hunger Games, snow laying on top, baby. The snow is gonna land on top. One thing about it, two things for sure. Ain't no beginner. Like, I'm a vet. I'm a vet in this game. I'm seasoned. If I was to compare it to the military, I'm telling you, I have so many medallions, medals, badges of honor. I'm trying to tell you. I done threw a couple soldiers on my shoulder and dragged them out of battle. I'm trying to tell you. So this is a great segue to the point of stop. You cannot control the control. Like, let me back up, because I said that completely wrong. Stop trying to control the whole journey. You're not going to be able to control the journey. You literally have to take it in stride. Where I'm at right now, because everything is so new, I was forced to make choices that I couldn't imagine me making, that I did not want to make. I'm telling you, I did not pray for this. But although I don't have all the answers, I know that at this moment in time, it is preparing me. It's preparing me for something greater. And I feel it in my bones, and I feel it in my soul. And the hardest part for me, being the biggest cap that I know, besides a few other people, but in my mind, like, I have like main character energy. But be it that I'm the biggest cap that I know, I have control issues, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, I be wanting to know who, where, why, when, how. Like, I just be wanting to know things, and spirit be like, pipe down. Make sure. I had to look at my elbow, make sure it ain't too ashy. If it was, I was gonna step off and go put some lotion on. Anywho, yeah, I mean, spirit has humbled me. Like, girl, you don't need to know all the answers. You don't need to know everything. Because if you're anything like me, sometimes you just don't want a confirmation about the next step. You just want to know what the hell going on. You want the whole damn itinerary. What is going on? I can't see my way up out this bitch. What is going on? Like, okay, God, universe, come on now. What's going on? What time? Who, where, how, when? And I'm telling you, God will be like, pipe down, little one. We got this. All I need you to do is wake up and keep going. All I need you to do is just make a promise to yourself that you're not going to give up. And so that's what I do. Always, I don't be knowing where am I parking. I don't know the dress code. I don't know what a PDF is. I don't know what a mail is. But it's okay, because life is not meant to do. If we knew everything, would we feel it? Let me back up. If we knew everything, would we feel motivated to change? Will we feel even motivated to grow, to do better? Probably not. So surrendering does not mean that you're giving up, that you are checking out. Surrendering doesn't mean you're throwing in the towel, and it doesn't mean that you do absolutely nothing. Surrendering means to simply do your part. As my old boss would say, shout out to you, Ashley, control the controllables. Control the controllables. That's all you can do. All you can do is focus on what's in your realm of probability and possible. You don't know the possibility, but what can you do? And so when I speak to my moments where I had cancer, like I said, it's two things I could do. I can drown in my sorrows, or I can just stand on business. Listen, my body might be sick, but I'm gonna thug it out. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna go until the wheels fall off. And I'm so glad that the wheels are still rolling over here. Your old identity may not fit your new life. I'm going to change that may to it's not. How you used to be don't work in the new phase of your life. I have said that to many people, especially when they're in the newness, the precipice of new beginnings. And that's what makes it uncomfortable, because how you're used to doing things, the choices that you're used to make, they don't align with where God's trying to push you to go, or where the universe is trying to push you to go. It's not going to align. I'm telling you, it's not. If you're at a space and place and time where you're tired of dealing with toxic people, I'm going to tell you, you got to make different changes. How you would deal with a toxic person before, you can't go down that path. And it's very difficult, because it's what's familiar. It's how your brain process dealing with humans, dealing with experiences. It's so easy to slip back down. In fact, most people choose the easy route, then choosing the harder route, which is to do something different, to experience something different. Most people don't understand why they live in perpetuating cycles, why things never work out for them. And if you're in a victim mentality, you're certainly not going to be able to see why things are going the way they have been. It's not because you don't deserve it. It's not because it doesn't exist. It's not because it's out of your grasp. It's simply because you have made a decision to not do anything, to not grow, and to not choose different for yourself. You've made a decision to not do anything different than what you've been doing. And the mind is tricky. The mind likes to do musical chairs. The mind will have you thinking, oh, this is different. Keep on saying good morning. You're going to find yourself back in the same experience, the same hustle. And most victim mentality people, no shade, because I was a victim mentality person. You'll post blame. You'll get mad at everybody, get mad at the whole world, and be trying to figure out why you feel like you're a lonely person on an island. You're only on an island because you put yourself there. You don't have to be on a fucking island. If you want different, you have to be prepared to be different. If you want to experience something different, you have to take life with stride. Win, lose, or draw. Sometimes the hardest thing about new beginnings is it's not even about just changing your circumstances. It's just simply changing yourself. So you can't keep introducing yourself internally as the person you used to be. And that person tolerated everything, doubted themselves. That person needed everybody's approval, validation. That person was unsure of themselves. That person who stayed somewhere simply because it was familiar, as I stated. At some point, you just have to own it. And that's something that I teach my kids. Own your shit. Own it. This is where accountability comes into play. Every choice that I have made that led me to where I'm at now, I was definitely a game player. I rolled the dice, I collect 200, and I hop my happy ass around the board a couple times. I'm not oblivious to the choices I've made. Have I made choices that wasn't the best kind? Absolutely. I always say the L's you give is the L's you got to damn sure be prepared to receive. And when you do that, you can then walk away feeling validated and vindicated in your own right. You know, when I've had people ask me, are you sure about a podcast? Because you're a crazy ass person. You have done and did and said some crazy ass shit in your past. And you know what I told them? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. And the reason why I don't give a damn, because can't nobody clock my tea the way I pipe my own tea. There is nothing that nobody out there can say I ever did that I can't own up to. Some of us, I'm like homegirl said, I'm one of them ones that can start a fire and will sleep comfortable in that motherfucker. I'm one of the ones. I'm really you should be scared of people like me, because truth seekers, truth people, we're not above. Like, and I mean, I keep my peace. Don't get me wrong. Let me not say I'm out here just starting fires, because I'm not that type of person. But what I'm saying is, it's not nothing that anybody can say about me that I have not owned up and that I can not admit to. I'm not above it. Most people are. Most people are. And so that's why for me, I face my shit head on. Win, lose, or draw.
And lose or maybe.
Shout out to Kevin Gates with that statement. But the point is, I'm not afraid to face the choices that I've made, because I know that I am as much as I'm a game player, I'm also a game changer.
Fatality.
And one thing that has helped me through life is releasing that victim mentality, just taking full accountability for everything. All the choices I've made, it is making me be a better person, not just for myself, but for my children. You know how many people walk around this motherfucker just avoiding accountability, just acting like, just throwing shit out there, doing shit, and won't own up to nothing. And then these be the people that be trying to figure out why their life just so fucked up. It's fucked up because you are fucking up your own life. And if you just take accountability for it, I promise you, life will get so much better. So what if it actually works? We spend so much time asking, what if I fail? What if you don't? What if this new job don't work out? What if my business don't grow? What if I don't finish my degree? What if I don't have enough creativity to reach people? What if you finally experience the peace you've been asking for? What if 6 months from now, you look back and you look at yourself and say, I'm just happy I didn't give up on myself. Fear gets us obsessed with everything that could go wrong. Fear counters your blessings. Fear blocks you from where you're supposed to be. A lot of people won't meet their potential because they're too afraid to go through the grind to get there. It's a sad shame. If you really think about how many people has passed on that have not met their potential, have not attempted to get to their potential, their lives got cut short for that very reason. And this is where gratitude comes into play. That's why I said it's very hard to look back over your life and feel grateful for the things that you have done. But at the same time, you got to give yourself grace too, because those are your honor. Those are your badges of honor. Those are your medals. You don't need people to tell you how amazing you are and how awesome you are. But when you believe it for yourself, it hits different. I'm telling you, when I look back over my life and I be like, man, Ashley, you in a cakewalk. You in a cakewalk. You don't even know you in a cakewalk, but you in a cakewalk, sis. Like, you don't even know, like, because you done went through so much hard shit that this is nothing. This is one of many things that my bounce back game is top tier. And can't nobody tell me it's not. Can't nobody tell me it's not. Baby, when I tell you, growing up impoverished in the hood of Sunnyside, walking everywhere. Oh, I mean, walking like a whole host of pilgrim in this buff. Like, you know, like bad relationships to abusive relationships to narcs after narcs. I mean, pregnant and homeless, COVID, damn near dying, cancer, family dysfunctions, loss of loved ones, loss of friends, done gained shit, done lost shit, done gained shit, done lost shit, done gained shit, done lost shit. Can't nobody tell me I'm not that girl in real life. You can't nobody tell me I'm not that girl in real life. And if you ain't feeling like that, I suggest you got some work to do. Cause I'm telling you, if you can make it through that thing in your life, you can make it through this season. That's why I said it's just not always about feeling like, I mean, it's easier said than done. You may feel small and feel like everything that you done went through don't matter. But I want you to know, you did that. You did that. I'm going to give you a round of applause for you making it to where you are right now. Because where you are right now, I'm telling you, it's only greatness. Greatness is only a tap around the corner. So if you're listening to this while you're standing at the beginning of something new, as I am, I want you to stop calling yourself behind. Stop saying you delayed, you behind, you ain't got it. You're not behind. You're not starting from nothing. You are where you are right now because this is where you need to be in life. And you don't have to have the entire future figured out for today. All you got to do is take one step. Accept that one step. Then take two. Then take another. After another. And that's how your new life is going to be. That's how you're headed towards your new life. Every day I wake up, I plant my feet on the ground, and I'm just thinking, although, you know, I get back in the swing of things and the habit, and I said, you know what? Regardless of where you are right now, you're headed towards greatness. I actually have a shirt that says that I'm headed towards greatness. And so I'm going to leave this declare and decree down in the comment section, or maybe in the description section, depending on where my memory allows me to place it. But I want you to say this to yourself. I like to do the declare and decree because I like to declare things in my life. I'm not just speaking over my life. I'm speaking to myself in my life. I declare and decree that I am ready for my new beginning, no matter where I'm at. I release the need to know every detail before I move forward. I surrender. I trust myself to learn what I don't know. I carry wisdom from my past without allowing my past to determine my future. I welcome new opportunities, new environments, new ideas, and new possibilities. I am capable of building a life I have never experienced before. I don't need the whole staircase. I only need the courage that it takes to take that next step. I'm not starting from zero. I'm starting at 1. And 1 is enough to begin. And so it is. So whatever you are, wherever you are right now, start. Accept. Be proud. Stand on it. Send that application. Take that class. Start that podcast. Sing that song. Write that song. Dance that step. Get back in the gym. Do your big one. Record that video. My nose itches, so I know I'm on it. If you're intuitive, you know. Write that first paper. Take that first position. Launch that idea. Make that first move towards the life you've been talking about since 88. Don't disrespect small businesses just because they don't look like your final vision. And don't compare and contrast yourself to other people, because can't nobody outdo you. It's only one you. Unless you are a twin. And even so, then you're still in competition with yourself. Everything big was once somebody's first step. I want you to keep that in mind. Lock in. It's your girl, Eyam Queen, and this is Eyam Queen Podcast. Protect your peace, trust your intuition, do the inner work, or do the goddamn work. And don't be afraid to begin again, because we not starting over. We taking over. Peace, peace.